Alrighty then, here we are. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 488, Motivation versus Action. Here's Stanley. He finally stopped licking himself, thank God. Alright, motivation versus action. Action comes first for motivation. You get motivated as you act, and you're doing things, and you get excited about it, and you keep going. That's what it's all about. Motivation follows, because motivation sees what's possible, especially as you're doing things like, okay, more and more avenues open up to you, open up to your mind. You see the possibilities. Inspiration is different than motivation. Inspiration will happen before your action because you're inspired. Okay, this needs to be done. This is possible. This is something I can do. You start the action, then the motivation to keep doing it, that rocks and rolls. Look at writing. You start writing that first chapter and you think, oh, this sucks. But then you go back through and you're like, hey, maybe this doesn't suck as bad as I initially thought. A lot of your books will be that way. You'll be writing them. You'll hate them. You'll go back and you'll say, okay, this isn't bad at all. The readers will come through and say, oh, my God, this is fabulous. I love these characters. I love what they're doing. Then you see, hey, this is that's motivating as hell. But the action happened first. The action of writing that book happened first. And the motivation, then you keep writing, keep writing, keep writing. What motivates you? How driven are you? This is where only you can answer that. Is it the result of having a book written? Is it the process of writing a book? Is it the storytelling itself? Is it the immersion in a world of your creation? All of these things work together. What motivates you? What about it? What about the process keeps you inspired to keep moving forward and come up with new and better ideas and better ways to address those ideas, to put the words out there, that word prism through which you translate the light in your mind into the rainbow in somebody else's mind. That's the goal. That you do that, people get excited, they buy your book, they buy your next book, they buy all your books. Life is good. Competition is killer. Unless it's with yourself. You're only in competition with yourself. Don't look at other authors out there and say, oh, well, if this author can do it, I can do it. That's kind of motivating. But if this author is doing it better and better and selling more and more, and all of a sudden you're not, then it's killer. That will destroy your motivation, and you'll just stop doing what you're doing. And we can't have that, can we? Because you love to write. Keep reminding yourself why you started writing in the first place, because you love storytelling. You love to write. So know your boundaries, but in the end, stuff needs to get done. You got to get those books done, so the motivation of writing as you're writing, because the action happens first, you got to keep it rolling. If the motivation tapers off to nothing, you got to go back to your process, your action. What are you doing that is destroying your motivation? Is it the fact that, hey, the last book didn't sell? Screw that, competition with yourself. This book's going to sell because I'm going to ask my readers, what are they looking for? Why didn't it? And then the readers can help you. I tell you what, that reader team, there's nothing like it, because they will help keep you on track. You can write what you love, but don't ignore your readers. You can write what you love. You hear their input. Okay, hey, this is what you're looking for. I can do that. I'm going to twist it and make it look great, but it's still yours. It's your idea. It's your words on that page. And with the readers in mind, then you're really going to rock and roll. You're really going to see a high-speed end result of the readers loving your stories and wanting more of them. And that's what we're all going for. That's motivating as hell, I think. All right. Hopefully that helps. Motivation versus action. Pretty simple concept. Inspiration, action, motivation, and keep rolling. Peace, fellow humans.